welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Yasmin, and today we're going to cover something that we really need to talk about. What happens if you get caught shoplifting? Maybe it was a dare, maybe it was a mistake, or maybe you just didn't think it was that big of a deal, but legally it is a really big deal. Let's break down what actually happens from the moment you get stopped by store security to what could happen when you go to juvenile court. Firstly, what counts as actual shoplifting? Shoplifting isn't just walking out with something in your pocket. It includes a bunch of actions like taking merchandise without paying, swapping price tags, hiding stuff in bags or clothes, returning stolen items for money, and helping someone else steal. Even if it's just a few dollars or you didn't actually leave the store, you still can be charged. In most states, once you're 16 or 17, you're old enough to be charged as an adult for theft. So what happens if you got caught? Now what? Store security will likely stop you and bring you to a back office. They may ask questions and try to get you to admit what you did. They might take your photo and call your parent or guardian. And in many cases, they'll also call the police, even for small items. Once the police show up, things can go one of two ways. If it's a minor under a certain dollar amount, you might get a warning, a ticket, or a notice to appear in juvenile court. If it's more serious, like $500 or more, or repeated thefts, you could be arrested on the spot, taken to a juvenile detention center, or even charged as an adult, depending on your age and local laws. What happens in juvenile court? It's focused more on rehabilitation, as I covered in previous videos, but that doesn't mean that there aren't consequences. You'll have a hearing in front of a juvenile judge. You may even be assigned a probation officer, and your parent or guardian has to come too. Some of the possible outcomes include probation, fines or restitution, like paying the store back, community service, theft prevention classes, and a temporary record in some states. But if it's a repeat offense or you show no remorse, the judge can order detention or refer your case to adult court, which is a lot more serious and the consequences are much more severe. Can you go to jail for shoplifting? In most first-time cases, no. You're probably not going to go to jail, but that does not mean that you're off the hook. First-time juvenile offenders usually get probation or a warning, especially if you're under the age of 16. But if the theft involved a high-dollar item, an accomplice, violence or threats, a weapon, or if it's just your second and third offense, you can be sent to juvenile detention centers and, in some cases, adult jail. This can affect your life for years. Even if your record is sealed, some schools, employers, or the military can still find it. Can the store still sue you if you've been arrested? Here's something most people don't know. Even after the case is over, the store can still come after you. Some stores send something called a civil demand letter. It's a bill asking you to pay money for their losses, even if you return the item. These demands are usually around $100 to $500, and if you don't pay, some stores send it to collections or try to sue you in civil court. It's not always legally enforceable, but they can take you or your parents to court. Always show these letters to a lawyer before you pay. There are legal aid services that can help you. But what if it was an accident? Maybe you didn't intend or mean to steal, like forgetting to scan something at self-checkout. If store security believes it's on purpose, you might still be charged. It depends on your behavior when they stop you, how often this kind of thing happens, and what shows up on surveillance videos. Never try to run, lie, or argue. Stay calm and ask your parent or lawyer. And yes, you still have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and most likely will be used against you, even if you're still a minor. So here are some ways that you can get help if you're caught shoplifting. If you or someone you know gets caught shoplifting, here's what you need to do. Call a parent or a trusted adult immediately. Ask for a lawyer before talking to police. Do not sign anything without reading it first. Don't post about it online. It will get used against you. And get help from a public defender or a legal aid group. Trying to handle this on your own can and will most likely make it worse. And don't just assume it'll go away. Court dates and fines will follow you. Everybody makes mistakes, but shoplifting is one that can stick around longer than you think. From court records to school discipline to future job applications, it's not just a quick grab and go. So if you're ever in that situation, know your rights, get help, and make it right. Please give me a thumbs up if this video helped you, and I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a follow, drop a comment down below on topics for more videos you'd like to see, and as per usual, I'm Yasmin, I'm your host for today. I'm your go-to for all things law and team related. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.